Good morning, everybody. Welcome to my first live podcast. Welcome to the Real Cop Podcast. And today we're going to be speaking on, how to just find your peace or whatever. So, this is how I found my peace. I've been getting distracted, having distractions for a long time. Since I graduated college, I've been distracted. People have been trying to misuse me, misjudge me, and I just had to find my peace within myself. I needed time for myself. I had people, wanting to help me in certain situations, but it wasn't, God showed me that it wasn't the help that I needed or whatever. So God has a funny way of showing us how things should turn out. And sometimes you gotta go through stuff. You have to really go through stuff in life. You can't just live life and not go through nothing, because when you go through something, you learn from it. And I have learned so much about people, their ways, and it's just not right. People can go from talking to you one day, then the next day it's like they just disappear. But that don't mean they just cut you off or anything like that, because I have to think about myself. Okay, I'm cutting people off and just going ghosting and everything. So they might be going through the same thing, but I'm the type of person that will let you know, okay, I'm currently going through something, so I'm gonna let you know that I might come a little distance, but everything's gonna be okay. But at the end of the day, real friends real friends, so you shouldn't have to go through, all that. But back on finding our peace. Whew. Peace, peace, peace. This is what everybody wants in the world. Everybody wants some peace. But you have to find the peace within yourself, because the world will never be peaceful. Every day it's a new headline, it's a new storyline. So you just really have to find the peace within yourself and just gain more positive energy. When you speak negative energy, you're going to receive negative energy. When you speak positive, you're going to receive positive. You can't put negative stuff out there in the world on social media and then try to have a positive life. It's not going to work like that. If you're going to be positive, be positive. If you're going to be negative, so be it, or whatever. But this is a story on how I found my peace. So in 2020, I graduated college, and I was in a deep depression, and only because COVID hit and we went from in the classroom to online, and couldn't go nowhere. Y'all know how it was. And that was my biggest highlight of my life, because I've been working hard to graduate college, and that was just the biggest highlight of my life. And I just wanted to do it big. I wanted to just do it big and everything, to have the flyers, take the flyers, pictures, have all my family and friends around congratulate me. I've been supportive of others when they graduated. I've been to their graduation. I just wanted that same love in return. But guess what? I didn't get it. And that just made me feel so down about myself, because I was even though things were different and we didn't know, how to cope with it, I still didn't receive the same love that I, gave to others when I graduated. So, it kind of made me sad. I was sad for a moment or whatever. So after that, I ended up getting my new place in Grambling, and I was still, by myself. And I was by myself in that crib by myself, didn't have so much and everything, but I didn't worry about that, because I'm the type of person where you just get it as you go. I'm not gonna worry about, I ain't got this, I ain't got that, or what. I'm gonna get it as I go. So after that, I started grad school, and I had something to take away from the from the depression and everything. I had a lot of time to just get myself together and put my focus on school more than, you know, what I got going on in my life, and, you know, what's, you know, what's in my mind and everything. And let me tell you, like, the brain is like this, the brain, most powerful thing on our body besides the tongue. And so after that, I didn't know what to do when I graduated college. Like, I had things set up, but things got pushed back, and I just couldn't, you know, I couldn't stop it. I mean, the whole world changed, so I just couldn't stop it. So I thought my life was gonna be right. Like, I thought it was gonna be right. And when 2021 came, you know, things kind of slacked up, and so I headed out to, you know, out of state to Indiana, thinking things was going to be, you know, gravy and everything, but turns out things didn't work out. I'm not going to speak too much on that, because that was a dark place. Like, that was something that, you know, I don't regret it, but that was something, that was a learning lesson. Like I said in the beginning, God has a funny way of showing us, you know, He takes us through trials and tribulations so we can see the other side. So I was off track and everything, thinking things I should have went. I just, that was just a learning experience. But as I moved to Houston, Texas, where I am now. I've been here a year now, and when I say things have just, like, you know, developed for me, things have just, like, you know, I have just, like, you know, I started to find myself. You know, I started to come out of a depression and everything, because I don't know, it was just a new environment. It just gave me new energy, and it gave me a way to spread my wings in. And it was a place where, you know, up north, it was just something different. But when I came in down south, it was just something that I can blend in with, even with the people that I was that's around here in Texas or whatever. They, you know, it's all about networking and everything. I've met a lot of good people down here and everything. But after that, when I moved down here, I started trying to find my peace in so many different ways or whatever. And my peace, it didn't come so often, like, because it was always something that was always triggering me, and always something that was coming up, even if it was my family, friends, or whatever. It was always something triggering me, and, like, I just could never be in peace, because I feel like I'm the black sheep of the family. And I feel like I'm the friend that's going to always be there for you, and I always want to be there for people and everything. And I had to realize that was the main things that was disturbing my peace. And I had to just step back. Some days I step back. I don't call nobody. I don't talk to nobody, because at the end of the day, like, I'm going to have to figure it out. Like, I always been a grinder. I always been a independent man. And I always put myself in the right positions. I always do what's right. I try to do what's right, because in the day we all make mistakes. We're not perfect, and we just have to learn from our mistakes. And when you keep making the same mistake over and over, you will never succeed, because mistakes, you make mistakes to learn from them, and you have to learn. You have to learn from them. If you don't learn from them, you're going to keep taking that test over and over. And when you look up, you 40, 50 years old, and you still making the same mistakes you made when you was in your 20s. So who's in the wrong? Who's going to blame? You have to look in yourself in the mirror and change something about you. And I can tell you, in this lifetime, you have to make sacrifices. And the sacrifices are not going to be easy. They're not going to come off just as, you know, like you want them to come off. They're going to come off as, like, they're just going to come off as, like, ooh, they just go, it's gonna bother you. You're gonna feel bothered for a minute, but after a while, you will get through. You'll get to this point where I ain't really had to do that. It's really just a mind thing. And everything you do in life is just a mind thing. Like if you want peace, you can have peace. It's a mind thing. You don't have to, be there for everybody. You can't be there for everybody. And I had to learn that because I wanted to be there for everybody because I'm the type, I want people to be there for me. So I had to step back. Sometimes you have to step back from people because energy is transferable. And at the end of the day, you have to step back and know yourself. Some people don't be knowing themselves and they think they know other people, but like you can't get to know nobody else unless you know yourself. And I know myself and I know the real me. That's why I call my podcast the Real Kai Podcast, because I know me. And I just had to start believing in me. I used to doubt myself a lot, and in silence. And like I never used to tell nobody how things should be and how it should be and everything like that. But I had a couple friends and brothers and that motivated me to be where I am today. And they're still doing it today or whatever. And they don't always be around. And like in this video you can just tell who be around. So, but my peace is my peace. Like I started working out, as y'all see on my Instagram page. I started working out, and like when I tell you, it takes so much stress off me. I don't be thinking about nothing, but I just be focused on getting right, getting fit, and just being healthy in life. And quit. I had to quit smoking. Like the weed wasn't good and everything because smoking, you can't get a good job. I'm gonna keep it real blunt with y'all and everything, because I know most of everybody smoke and everything. So I quit smoking. It's going on almost a month now and stuff. And because I want to work in my career field and everything. I got that coming up. That's another surprise. And I just, I learned how to move in silence. I used to be that person that always want to, tell the world about what I got going on. But at the end of the day, it really doesn't matter because people don't really genuinely care for you. They don't want to care. They want to stay. They don't want. This generation just want to see you fall. And I don't understand why. But because we all got the same 24 hours, and it's your choice, to do what you want to do. And you can't hate on the next man because while you hate on the next man, that next man is going up and you put too much energy in trying to, hate on the next man. You can't do that. But I found my peace. I finally moved into my new crib in Houston and I just found my peace. It's just so quiet. I sit here, I do my yoga. I got my yoga sessions coming up soon. It's just I hope I motivate a lot of people just to start yoga and just start working out. It takes your mind off everything. I worked out yesterday for an hour, but my first workout session it was 30 minutes. But yesterday it was an hour and some change, and I was wow, I didn't want to stop. And it was a good environment, and where I stay is a good environment for me to just get myself together and stuff like that. But I found my peace in just just letting folks be. Don't force the issue, just do you. If they need you, they'll hit you up. Don't hit them up first. Because I'm always the one to hit somebody up first and trying to see what's up and everything. If it's really genuine and if they really care about you, they're going to hit you up and ask you how you doing, how's life been, and everything like that. Real friends don't talk every day. But some friends just don't talk to you at all. They just come distant, which is cool. But at the end of the day, just know the feeling mutual. Don't say, I don't reach out